everyone! In today's video I'm going to be showing you a very quick, simple and easy way to cool down your dog in the hot weather: ice bowls. So to make this super easy, you're just going to want a freezer safe bowl for your dog. So I like to use just metal bowls because they're easy to wash, easy to clean, and they freeze fairly quickly. So a bowl for your dog, a bowl per dog, and then just some random treats or ingredients that they would enjoy eating that are dog safe. So you start by just about a quarter filling or a third of the way filling your bowl with water, and you're just going to add random things that your dog might enjoy eating. So I'm adding in some raspberries first of all because they are juicy and tasty and both my dogs really like them. Beauty likes raspberries more than Pickle does, so Beauty's getting 3 whereas Pickle's only getting 2. Then I'm going to add in some green beans. Green beans are really good for dogs, frozen or thawed out or cooked, as long as you're not seasoning them with random things. They're entirely safe for them. And then strawberries. So because Beauty got 3 raspberries, she gets 1 strawberry, and because Pickle only got 2 raspberries, she also gets 2 strawberries. Then I'm just adding in some peas. They're already frozen. They don't need to already be frozen, but I just had frozen peas on hand that I always like to add in as just a little treat every now and then. And I just pour like a solid handful of them in here. So sink down anything that's floating a bit and you're good to go. And what I do is I freeze it in 2 lots so that you don't have everything floating to the top so the bottom is only water, and you don't have everything sitting in the bottom where the top is only water. So I tend to freeze it in 2 lots, so as you can see here, this lot has been frozen, so the bottom of it is solid, and what I'll do is I'll then make a second layer so that they're more inclined to actually stick with the treat all the way through, instead of just licking it a few times going, hey, that's only water, or getting halfway through it and going, wait, all the tasty stuff is gone. So for this, the bottom layer was the beans, peas, raspberries and strawberries, and for the next layer I'm going to add in some other things. So I'm adding in some dog treats. So these are the little pedigree tasty chewy cubes, I think they're called, or something along those lines. So I'm adding a good few of these, but again, you just want to take note of what you're putting into these so you can change up their food they're getting that day according to what's in this. So if I give this to them all in one go, obviously that's a lot of treat stuff, that's a lot of fruit and a lot of stuff that they wouldn't usually have. Whereas if I give this to them for half an hour and then I put it back and then I top it up with a little bit more water or whatever and I give it back to them a different time and so on and so forth, it's kind of being split over several goes. I'm adding just a little sprinkle of cheese. It looks like a lot more than it is just because it's on top of other stuff, but there's very little cheese there because cheese isn't great for dogs, but I find my guys just really like it, so I wanted to put it in the top layer just so they'd get the idea that this is something that is tasty and good and something they should bother trying to stick around and eat. You'll also see that I put in a few little scoops of dog safe peanut butter and then just a big strawberry in each poking up. And then I'm going to top these up with water just so the peanut butter and the strawberry is actually poking up over the water to encourage them again to lick at it and not just be like, huh, this is just water that looks funny. So just to encourage them to have it, and then also again a portioned amount of each thing. You don't want to overload them with something and make them upset or make their stomach upset. So, and again, the peanut butter is really good because it doesn't entirely freeze solid, I've found. It just kind of freezes really hard. So they can nibble at it and they can lick at it to kind of melt it down a little bit, but they're not going to just snap off pieces of it, if you get me, and it takes them a while. I always find it really funny as well. You can see Pickle here when she goes for the peanut butter. She kind of starts licking the air for ages because it's kind of dry on the roof of her mouth. It's kind of stuck to it. I find it entertaining. Beauty has no such qualms. Beauty's like, it can go in the stomach, it's going in the stomach, and that is it. The reason why I like to have these in the bowls to begin with is because I get to make a big portion of it at once, so I can give it to them for half an hour during a hot spell during the day, and I can put it back into the freezer. I can just keep topping it up with stuff. It's not going to go bad because it's frozen. Whereas if I had it in much smaller pieces, or if I just gave them ice cubes, I find Pickle likes to pick them up and bring them to bed, but not to her bed, specifically to my bed, and they will melt everywhere and I will have a sopping wet bed. And Beauty tends to start eating it, and then when Pickle gets close to it, she gets a bit nervous about the whole food thing because she used to be quite food aggressive, and so now she'll just abandon her food and walk off, and Pickle will steal it because she has no qualms about that whatsoever. So I find it's just easier to have it in the bowl. If they pick it up out of the bowl and it's going to melt somewhere, I can notice and I can go and I can put it back into the bowl and give it back to them, and it's just really convenient. Another one you might be able to do is if you get a muffin tray or a bun case tray, you can make it in those as well. To get it back out, you just turn it upside down for a little bit, and when it kind of starts melting, it'll pop itself back out, and you can store it in a Ziploc bag and just have mini ones on the go for whenever it gets unexpectedly hot out. So yeah, that's it for this video. It's just a really quick and easy kind of thing that you can do for your dog. Obviously, make sure if you're going to be making it in a bowl that you have a spare bowl to put it in, not your dog's actual food bowl, because if you are trying to freeze this and you decide that they haven't finished it, you're going to put it away, you're going to have like a bit of an issue when you're trying to feed them that evening. But it's okay. I just tend to have a load of spares because I pet sit so often. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you've any suggestions for something else that you like to put in yours, like say blueberries or carrots or watermelon or whatever it is that your dog really likes, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to try other variations of this recipe with my guys. If you found something that just doesn't freeze well or ends up making an absolute mess, etc., that your dog doesn't like, leave that as well so I know to avoid it. And yeah, that's it. And I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, no, that's it. I don't know why I thought I was going to say something else. I'm not. That's it. Bye. Enjoy your day. You have ice cream. If the dogs are allowed these, you can have ice cream. I've given you permission. If you're looking for an excuse for food today, this is it.